They're saying black lives matter just as Latin lives do. And don't forget the Asians, cause their lives matter too. But please listen, if you white, this doesn't apply to you. You're hardly good enough to shine a black man's shoe. Or what your ancestors never owned any slaves, well boo-hoo. It's time to send you to re-education camps by 2022. And listen, while we're at it, send morality there too. It's time we call good bad and bad now here's something a lot of those who follow destructive organizations like BLM don't understand. This country was founded and declared its independence beginning with words like all men are created equal. And all 56 members of Congress signed the documents declaring those words, essentially agreeing to those words. But we're distracted by the slavery within our roots, overlooking the fact that we are the most successful country in the history of the world to be the freest in the world.
It's almost time for you again. Wash away my sin. I did not know, but now I know. I won't do it.
We got Jay-Z, LeBron James, Kaepernick, and Oprah, co-founder of BLM. Her name is Patrice Cullors. All of them rich, getting fat, swiping the race card, but the credit line is you. Collect the credit, run dry, so they gotta divide you and keep that victim mind too. Break up the family, more aborted than born to. Teach your kids to be gay too. Confuse them with pronouns, cause they know what it leads to. The villains causing the chaos, play heroes that save you. I'm not saying that racism doesn't exist and that our system isn't put together in such a way to keep some of us down if you're the wrong color. But you gotta be able to see through the fog and see where it's coming from. Cause a lot of times we'll just think it's nature, but sometimes it really could be a machine. So the question now is, who built that machine? And why did they build it to do what it does?
It's just the skin I'm in. It's almost time for you again. Wash away my sins. I did not know, but now I know.
I'm going straight to the source. Look, all along it's been the Democrats, the party of the man, like the man that went and killed Abraham, the party of the Ku Klux Klan. That's why the first 7 black members of Congress were all Republicans, but Democrats been voting against all of the progress. They lie about this one big switch, they know it's nonsense, lack historical content, so they misconstrue and gather forces against you who look just like you. Believe me, none of what you heard me rapping about is new. Just look into the mind of Margaret Sanger and you'll understand the mind of Democrats and BLM too. In her letter regarding the Negro Project, she said it was worthwhile to hire a Negro physician because the Negroes will get closer to their own members and lay their ignorance, superstitions, and doubts on the table, and even suggested training a Negro doctor to go among the colored people with enthusiasm because she didn't want, and I quote, word to get out that we want to exterminate the Negro population.
Just the skin I'm in. It's just the skin I'm in. It's just the flesh that I'm in, Lord God. It's almost time for you. Please, God, give me your love. Wash away my sins. Rain on me with the water and the blood of Jesus. I couldn't see, Lord, but now I can. I won't do it again.
In Washington, D.C., in the House of Representatives, there are 257 who are Democrats. Only 177 are Republican. In the Senate, there are 67 Democrats. Only 33 are Republicans. The party that you bash controls 2/3 of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and still they can't keep their promise to you, because you're a chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race.